Aries. Welcome to November 2018. My name is Colleen and this is my channel Arcana Rising. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you are not aware, until the end of this year, I'm doing readings by donation. So you can pay whatever price that you want, respectively. Pay whatever you want. If you go to my website, colleenfaris.com, it's in the information below this video, and it'll explain how you can go through the process of picking how you want your reading. I can do a live chat, I can do a pre-recorded video, or a written email reading. Okay, Aries. So I'm just tuning into your energy. So this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for November 2018. So I feel like you're getting back into your motivated self this month. I'm feeling like you're ready is what I'm feeling. So like if you've been in a funk of, just focusing on everything that's going wrong in your life, instead of all the great things that are happening in your life, I feel like that's changing. If you had a stressful October, I don't know if you did or not. I don't remember what we talked about last month, but I feel it seems like you're getting over it. Like that's what I first heard with this first card is getting over it. Getting over it. Whatever that mean for you. So this is an interesting month. I've noticed this pattern with other signs as well of a like a go stop kind of energy. Like I'm moving forward and then I stop, and then I move forward and then I stop. So I'm feeling like that's what's going on here. I mean, this month in general is going to be a very intense month. And it feels like the beginning of the month, like you're finally like, all right, I'm over this funky energy. It's time to get moving. Like, let's do this. Getting back into your fiery self. If you felt a dip in it, since last month. And then you're getting into like bringing things to fruition. There's a level of patience and understanding coming in here as well. Like, things are almost there, are almost coming to you, but you still have to wait and do what you need to do in order to prepare for those things to fully manifest. So I feel like you're in this place where you are manifesting the things you want, and I feel like it's not really a spiritual kind of manifestation. It's more of like a physical manifestation, where money could be coming to you, like it's on its way, and you just have to be patient and trust in the divine timing of when things are supposed to come to you, instead of worrying about when it's going to come. Just knowing and feeling confident and excited and preparing for its arrival. I feel like that is something that's coming up this month. And then there's this dip back into old habits of of just like, there's the potential for a mental entrapment of, you know, like you force yourself out of this funk. You're like, all right, it's time to get over this crap. And then you're like, all right, let's do this. So I'm going to do everything that I possibly can in this moment to assure the arrival of what I know is coming to me. And trusting in the divine timing. And I'm like getting in sync with the universe. And I'm feeling aligned. And I'm, you know, getting prepared and prioritizing my work schedule. And, you know, being patient with the process, which is interesting for an Aries, because usually they can be a little impatient with the process, but there is a trusting in the timing of things. And then you dip back into the, you know, what if it doesn't come, and, you know, I'm going to be stuck in this cycle forever, and, you know, this fear energy of feeling like I'm going to be trapped in this cycle forever and it's never going to come to me, and what am I going to do? And you know, just this blocking yourself from seeing all of the possibilities, and blocking yourself from trusting in the process. So there is a trusting occurring in the first half of the month, and like being in sync with things, and then something happens that makes you fall back into old habits of, you know, trying to control the process with fear, you know? And that just turns everything up. That just turns the whole process upside down. It turns the whole process upside down and makes it more difficult for you to get to where it is that you need to go. And if you are working with other people in, you know, trying to bring this to fruition, this is interesting. It's suggesting that you're not listening to anyone else's advice, like towards the end of the month, and you want to do things your way, you want to make things your way, but then there's also like blocks, there's creative blocks. It feels like you're not ready to move on from something. It's saying, so it's basically saying that in order for you to, you know, get reconnected with your power and feel confident in working with others and working with yourself and feeling supported. So that's what's going on here. So I'm feeling like you're not feeling supported in your process towards the end of the month. And that's how you get back into your old habits of feeling creatively stuck, of feeling like you can't move forward, of feeling like your mind is setting up all of these fears around what it is that you're trying to do that is just paralyzing you from moving forward. Excuse me. This is very interesting because I've said this a couple times with other readings. It usually, I mean, it's pretty rare for me to speak of things like in some pretty dark terms. You know, I always find a way to, you know, explain the best way to work through this energy this month. But it's interesting because it feels like it's going to be a very intense time that really tests our ability to push through our old habits. And I feel like that's something a lot of us are experiencing, and there's a level of vulnerability that needs to come in order for us to trust ourselves and trust others again. So I'm feeling like in order for you to trust in others and in the process and feel supported by others as you create things in your life, you have to step into this inner strength and the spiritual strength within you that comes through being vulnerable. But I do see this unwillingness to move on from some relationship in your life, whether it's a friendship or a significant other. There's something that you are unwilling to move on with. Like you are stuck in this cycle here. And it's suggesting that until you really step into your power, you will stay stuck in this cycle with this. Okay, so with this part of yourself. So it may be an actual person, but it may just be an aspect of yourself that you are not fully accepting. So there's like this, you know, this darkness that needs to be accepted. You know, we all have a dark side to ourselves that needs to be accepted and merged with. So that was something that I was explaining either last month or the month before, I can't really, in one of my Instagram posts, that it was a time for us to really accept who we once were. You know, when we merge our current self with our past self through acceptance and forgiveness, that's the only way that we can truly feel whole and feel ready to move to the next phase. So if you're just like denying your past, or trying to act like it didn't happen, you're not going to feel complete. You know what I mean? You need to accept everything about yourself, including the flaws, in order for you to move forward in some area of your life. And I feel like it's in your work life. Accepting your flaws and knowing that you have flaws. But that's how you step into this feeling supported energy. So feeling supported through vulnerability and through acceptance. You know, you don't have to change anything. You just have to say, okay, that happened and that's who I was at that moment. You know, I did the best that I could with what I knew in that moment. And now, you know, here I am with all the experiences that I have now and all the lessons that I've learned. And now I'm learning and growing from here and moving forward. But also something about feeling supported only comes through supporting yourself. Like if you want a relationship to be a certain way, you have to be that certain aspect that you're seeking in a relationship. So if you're feeling unsupported in a relationship, you need to be supportive in your relationship. Our relationships mirror to us what is working and what is not. So if you see in others something that isn't working, that means it's something that is not present in yourself as well. So if you're feeling unsupported, you need to be more supportive with others. And that will help to break this block here of the mind. There's a mental block, something that's just preventing you from moving forward because of fear. And you need to really just push through it. And when you push through the fear, that will turn this upside down. And you'll be willing to listen and cooperate with others, and then you'll get into sync with others and feel more supported and be willing to support others. That was a very interesting reading. So it's about supporting yourself and being supportive of others. You can't expect others to give you what you are not willing to give them, so keeping those scales balanced in a way. trusting in divine timing that everything is coming together for you and staying in that energy. Being supportive of the process with others. Being willing to hear the advice of others. And just pushing through any fear-based blocks, fear-based mental blocks. You know, just you have to just force your way through it. And I know that sounds like an, oh yeah, that's so easy to do, but it is. It is easy to do. You just have to be willing to push through whatever is stopping you to get to the next level. And it feels like the key to getting there is through supporting yourself and being supportive of others and being willing to listen to the advice and recommendations of others, because I feel like that's coming up. You know, these mental blocks are maybe making it difficult for you to hear the advice of anyone, but it would behoove you to be open and willing to their advice. And that will open the door to communication and, you know, will, you know, let in some light in this darkness in your mind that's self-imposed, and you're completely capable of tearing down that wall. So I hope that makes sense, Aries. Please let me know how this resonates with you, and I send you so much love. Have a wonderful November, and I will see you in December. Thank you so much. Take care.